Hey lovely, do you ever feel like you struggle with confidence and self-love? I know this is something that I personally struggle with on my self-love journey, and I know I'm not alone. Like, it's a little difficult out here when you have things like social media and influences from peers or parents. Like, influential figures in our lives can sometimes make us feel like we don't have the confidence that we need to accomplish our goals, to move ahead in life. And sometimes we don't even know how to even start practicing self-love. It's like, what even is that? What does it mean to have self-love? And how do you build confidence? So today, I want to help you with both of these. And I figure, hey, let's dive right in. So first off, if you love videos like this, make sure you drop a heart in the comment section below. If you're new here, welcome. Hey lovely, so glad you're here. Make sure you subscribe so you can get upcoming videos that are headed your way. And if you're already a subscriber, welcome back, girl. So excited to see you back. So let's talk about this confidence. So confidence is basically like an emotional state. It's a feeling of self-trust, self-belief. It's that courage you have to step into a room and stand on your business and not be worried about what anybody's thinking about you. Confidence is a major emotional need when you want to do things like tackle tasks and overcome challenges and go after your goals. So life without confidence is going to look very dim, and the abundance is going to be very slim. So you definitely want to make sure you're working on your confidence, and that's why you're here, right? And in order to build confidence within yourself, you have to start with self-love. Self-love is like a practice to help you nurture your emotional well-being. It involves you being kind to yourself and compassionate and positive about yourself. It's learning to love yourself for who you are in and out. Accepting who you are in all your ways, flaws and all. And it's ultimately appreciating, understanding, knowing, embracing your own worth. And in fact, self-love starts with self-acceptance. It's the practice of learning who you are, understanding who you are, believing in who you are, trusting who you are, knowing your worth, and embracing every part of you unconditionally. It's also knowing that nobody's perfect. This will lift the weight of you feeling like, how am I gonna love all of me? I have flaws and this and that. I wanna change, I wanna adjust, I wanna pivot, I wanna shift. It's okay if you wanna improve your life. We all do. We wanna grow, we wanna expand. Otherwise we're stagnant and stuck and life is just feeling all icky. So it's embracing yourself even through the waves of life, even through the waves of your emotion, even through the waves of the stages of life that you're in. Because nobody's perfect. Not me, not you sis, nobody. So striving for things like perfection or expecting perfection from ourselves is only gonna make us feel less than. It's gonna make us feel inadequate. It's gonna make us feel like we're not enough, when in fact that is not true. That is the furthest thing from the truth. We are enough. We deserve the world. And once we begin to love ourselves and pour into ourselves, that's when we'll believe it. That's when we can help our subconscious believe it. And when we work on our subconscious, that's going to affect our reality in a majorly positive way. So I want to help you by giving you 5 ways that you can boost your confidence and how you can learn to practice self-love. And you definitely want to make sure you listen to the last one because it's so important. It's one that's very overlooked, but makes a huge difference in building confidence and practicing self-love. So make sure you watch to the end. So number 1 is positive affirmations. Incorporating affirmations was one of the major ways that I was able to shift my mindset, shift my self-image, shift the way I approach life, because instead of me letting myself get run by my negative thoughts and negative self-talk, I started incorporating positive affirmations into my life on a daily basis, and it began to shift how I saw myself, how I believed in myself, how I became more confident. So I want to encourage you to start writing affirmations, positive ones, because this is going to reinforce your positive self-talk. By nature, a lot of times we just think negatively. Ourselves in the mirror and we're like, oh, I don't look good, I look terrible. Sometimes I see even YouTubers online and the first thing they say is, oh my God, I look a mess. Oh my God, I look horrible. And it's like, that's negative self-talk. You're not gonna help yourself feel more beautiful when you talk about yourself like this. So you wanna reinforce positive self-talk. And in regards to affirmations, if you're new to this, I'm gonna help you be true to this. It's very simple. So in regards to affirmations, you wanna do these three main things. Number one that's important is how you start off the affirmation. So you start off by saying things like I am, I have, or I do. And then you wanna make sure it's positive, okay? We're not doing the negative self-talk here. So make sure the affirmation is positive and make sure it's in the present tense. You don't want to say I will be doing or I will have, like make sure it's in the now, because that's what's going to help affirm it for the now, and it'll carry on with you towards the future. But if you word something in the future like I will have $1 million, or let me make it more self-focused, I will be beautiful, it's always going to like initiate a chase. The subconscious is like, oh, we will, like we're working on this, instead of I am beautiful. Like this is in the now, like I'm accepting that I am beautiful. Like you see the difference? So you want to make sure you're mindful of the beginning of how you started, make sure it's positive, and make sure it's in the present tense. Number two is mindfulness and meditation. Now I ain't gonna lie, I used to be a skeptic about meditation. And then your girl got certified as being a whole meditation instructor because I love it so much. It makes a world of difference. And I just used to think it was like, I don't know, like woo-woo and like, oh, that's weird and like, what's that gonna do? But meditation really helps to rewire your subconscious mind. And when you rewire your subconscious mind to release those negative thoughts and replace them with those positive ones, like the affirmations you just wrote down or will be writing down, it makes a world of difference on how you see life and then how you get to experience life, because your subconscious mind has a direct influence on the reality that you see and get to live out. So you can start with some simple mindfulness and meditation exercises. Like I recommend guided meditations. If you're new to meditating, I do not recommend, you could try it. Listen, I ain't gonna knock it, I ain't gonna say don't do it. I just don't recommend it. I would not recommend you try to sit in silence with your thoughts because it can be overwhelming. You will not know initially sometimes. Maybe you can just be a natural, who knows? But a lot of times I hear my clients experience the difficulties in trying to sit in silence because they have so many thoughts swirling around in their head. So I recommend a guided meditation, and you could get this anywhere. You could get this on apps like Headspace, Calm, not sponsored. You can get this from YouTube videos. There's guided meditations there. I even have some on my YouTube channel. So find something that you can put on where you're not distracted. Create a nice little ambiance for yourself. Maybe like turn on your diffuser or light a candle, dim the lights, and sit and listen. This is the practice of listening to these meditations. You can get the rhythm of sitting in silence, sitting still for 5-10 minutes. And if 10 minutes is too long, again, try to do 5. This doesn't mean you have to start like a 30-minute meditation ritual. Don't OD. Like start where you feel comfortable and then gradually move on from there. But the benefits of having a mindfulness and meditation practice are enormous. This type of practice can help you connect to your inner self, help you reduce stress, help you create peace and calmness in your mind, in your body. It can improve your health. I've heard a lot of people say they just naturally felt better, like physically, because they started meditating. And then ultimately, especially if you choose guided meditation specifically for kindness, specifically for self-love, you'll build that within yourself too. So find your guided meditations, enjoy that, and let's move on to the next one. Number 3 is self-care. Like, what are your self-care rituals? Is it the bubble baths and the candle lights? Is it reading a book? Is it enjoying a hobby? Like one of my best friends loves puzzles. Like she will buy a 3,000 piece puzzle and be in her glory because she has time away from her children, away from her husband, who of course she loves and adores. But sometimes you need that break. You need that alone time. And this brings her joy. So it's like, find what hobbies will make you feel good about yourself. Maybe it's Pilates, maybe it is the puzzle, maybe it's Zumba, maybe it's taking a walk by yourself. Like find what excites you, what you can look forward to, and start incorporating that in your schedule. This is how you take care of yourself. This is how you care for yourself. This is self-care. And ultimately that's going to build your self-love and make you feel confident in choosing yourself for the hobbies that you enjoy. Number 4 is dressing for confidence. Especially nowadays where a lot of people work from home, a lot of people order things to the house so they don't have to go out shopping. it can get very easy to get comfortable in your pajamas all day, in that robe and slippers all day, in that bonnet or headscarf all day. But what you wear does have an impact on your confidence, because I'm sure you heard the phrase, when you look good, you feel good. So I want to encourage you to start getting dressed. Start getting dressed in the day. So even if it's a nice loungewear set or a nice 2-piece workout set and you don't even go to the gym, which you should, but you know, just in case you don't, you still dress. Or maybe you work from home and you're like, you know what? I'm gonna stop walking around in this t-shirt and sweatpants. Let me get dressed. Let me wear something that makes me feel powerful, makes me feel put together, makes me feel confident. This will help enhance that confidence, boost your self-esteem. This is how you care for yourself, how you love for yourself. Taking care of yourself is a great way to do that. And it can be easily accomplished by getting dressed up. And last but not least, number 5 is like a double whammy. It's setting healthy boundaries and having a great support network. So I kind of got a bonus one in here. But I wanted to take a moment to emphasize setting and enforcing, because sometimes we set boundaries, we forget to enforce them. Setting and enforcing healthy boundaries can help protect your peace. And this counts for the professional relationships and the personal ones. Because prioritizing your well-being, prioritizing your peace is going to make a world of difference to the reality that you live, to the life that you live. And because you want to live your best life, you have to protect that. You have to maintain healthy boundaries so that people are not walking all over you. People are not taking advantage of you. People are not encouraging you to be someone that you're not. This means saying no to things when necessary. This means practicing not people-pleasing. This means speaking up for yourself. And I'm gonna tell you how I tell you, because I lived it. If anyone is angered by you setting boundaries, they ain't your people. They just not. Because real friends, family who love you, will respect your boundaries. The people who weren't are probably the same people who was taking advantage of you because you had no boundaries. So cut them ties. They gotta go. They gotta go. Which also means, which is why I did a little combo here, there's so much value in having supportive people in your life, like a supportive network, a loving network, a network of people who have your best interests at heart. So in this season, I want to encourage you to build those strong relationships. Really assess who in your life is making you feel good about yourself when you leave their environment, and who in your life is making you not feel good. Because other people's beliefs and the way they talk, what they speak, can influence what you do in life, can influence how you see yourself, can influence the things you say and the things you want to see and the things you experience. So you want to keep it positive. And when it's not positive, have those conversations with those people. Set those boundaries. You ain't gotta just cut everybody off at jump when they do something you don't like or say something crazy. Have that conversation. Let's be adults and see if we can work through it. Then if not, they got to go. But ultimately, strong relationships with family members and friends that make you feel good about yourself will help you build that confidence and self-love. Be brave, be courageous, and set those boundaries. And I wanted to make sure I included these, like this combo of the 2 for number 5, because I do feel like this is something that is overlooked. We work on the self-care rituals and the meditation and the positive affirmations and things like that, but we forget about the relationships that we have with people. Occasionally need work too to help build our confidence and help us practice self-love. So I want you to remember these 5 tips as you journey to embracing yourself more and loving yourself more and building your confidence, because this is going to help you foster that sense of empowerment that you want, to help you accomplish your goals, live your best life, be your best self, and be completely in love with who you are and how your life looks and feels. So make sure if you enjoyed this video, you give this video. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a like so I know that you want to see more videos like this. And I want to say thank you so much for watching. I will see you in the next video. Later, lovely.